Hey there guys, Erin here again. I'm in my basement because this is the only place that's quiet and kid-free right now. So I wanted to just sit down with you guys and kind of go over my week, kind of go over what my highs and my lows were, and just kind of like give a little real-time keto check-in and how I'm feeling being on keto and how, you know, the different effects are happening and, you know, what's going on. So yeah, that's what this video is all about. So if you're unfamiliar with me, my name is Erin, and I created Holista in order to document kind of my health wellness journey. I'm somebody who's on a ketogenic diet and it's working for me. I've had a ton of success doing it and I'm really, you know, pretty happy about it, and being that happy has pushed me to create this channel. So I wanted to do a check-in with kind of my life and kind of everything in general, and this week was kind of an interesting one. Again, if you're unfamiliar with me, I work full-time, I'm also in school, I have 2 children, and you know, I'm married. So those are kind of the 4 basic principles of me. And you know, within work was great this week. I really enjoyed my job. It is a stressful job, but it's one where I've learned to manage the stress and I'm good there. School was hard. This past week into this week, I finished one of my cohorts. I'm in a graduate program, so it does like little cohorts, and so it's like 8 weeks of classes, and then I get a 1-week break, and then 8 more weeks of classes, and then I'll get another 1-week break. So this past week I was in my 1-week break, but prior to this I was ending that cohort, and that class was very contentious for me. It just wasn't the best learning experience, and you know, it was what it was, and I had just a ton of stress with finalizing my last project and getting it in, and it was just super stressful. I can't explain, you know, unless you've gone through that situation. It was just a lot of high pressure stress. So the project was due on Sunday night, and so Sunday into Monday and throughout the first part of the week I was just so stressed because I wanted to know what my grade was and, you know, how I did in that class. I feel like the past 2 weeks leading up to kind of the end of this course, you know, I hadn't seen the weight loss that I had consistently been seeing. I was losing about a half a pound during that time, and you know, that kind of brought my average to about 8 pounds during my first 8 weeks of being keto. And you know, I didn't stall. I was still seeing progress, and so when I would take my measurements, I would see, you know, inches being lost, and my body was changing still. So I was still really motivated, but the scale is such an evil thing, and you know, it can really hold you back, and it can really kind of wear you down. And you know, it wasn't moving at the rate that I wanted it to move, and yeah, that really bugged me. But I can look back now and say it was totally stress related. And you know, once I got past that stress and I got into this week when things were a little bit easier and breezier, by the end of the week I experienced the whoosh. And if you're unfamiliar with the whoosh, it is where you dramatically lose the weight. Not dramatically, but you experience a very significant drop in the scale. And I experienced in 2 days 2.5 pounds just lost. And I'm not the most technically able to explain things person, but essentially if you think of your fat cell as a big round hole, it's full of fat, and as you lose that fat, it still stays big and round, but it fills itself with water versus the fat. And then once it realizes that no new fat is going to be going into that cell, it whooshes the water out and the scale changes. So yeah, that was a great experience. I totally recommend that if you're going on keto, you do measurements versus the scale, because that will keep you more motivated, than the scale will. Yeah, so the whoosh happened, and that was great. So that was the positive. The negative was the stress. The stress totally wrecked my sleep. It, you know, just totally made me feel worn down. Once I got on the other side of it, you know, my sleep corrected, and you know, I started feeling more rested again, and the whoosh happened, and now I'm positive and happy Erin again. So that was kind of the recap regarding my weight body changes for the week. I kept things pretty consistent to what I've been doing, which is I do bulletproof coffee in the morning, and then I kind of break that fat fasting state With my lunch, I keep my lunch less than 400 calories. I keep it really primarily focused on fats still, with very little carbs, and then I save majority of the carbs if I'm going to eat carbs for my dinner. So my carbs almost always come from vegetables, and I save them for my dinner, just so I feel like I get a very full, good meal. So some logistics I should explain about myself, just with the general stresses of life, is that, you know, I do work, and I'm very lucky that I'm able to telecommute into my job 2 days a week and then actually go into my office 3 days a week. So that kind of dictates my workout schedule. So on the days that I telecommute, I'm more easily able to work out in the evening. And on my weekend days, I also work out. So I work out Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday. And then Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, I incorporate light walking in. And if you're unfamiliar with me, I live in Minnesota. If you're unfamiliar with where Minnesota is, it's in the upper Midwest of the United States, and it's very cold here, and we're in the middle of winter, and it's very cold here. In where I work, there's tunnels and skyway systems, so the downtown area is all connected, and you can go from building to building without having to go outside, which I'm very lucky to have that, because I take advantage of that and I go for a walk on my lunch break. I eat my lunch at my desk while I'm working, and then for my lunch break I'll just go and walk, and I'll do like a 45-minute walk, just to kind of burn some calories during the days that I'm not doing a more heavy workout. And that just keeps me active. I have a desk job, so sitting for 8 hours is really bad for you, so just getting up and doing that walk really helps me keep moving. So on the days that I'm home working, I will do a variation of different activity at night. I might do a very long cardio session, I might do HIIT, I might be focused on more on my strength. Because 3 days, I'm basically working out 3 days in a row, I will kind of, like today was my first day since it was Saturday, so I did a longer cardio session. Tomorrow I will do HIIT and then maybe a lighter strength training workout, and then Monday I will be very strong into strength. That's because the strength is usually what kind of, you know, soars up my muscles and makes me a little bit more like, ugh. And so I'll just wait to do that, so that way I have a rest day after. So yeah, that's just kind of the logistics of what I'm doing, how my life is, how this week was, you know, just kind of how I'm feeling about things on keto. At the end of this week, I'm still going to be keto because it's still definitely working for me. I still 100% recommend it, and I love doing it. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you like these type of videos, please subscribe to my channel, because it does let me know that my message is connecting with people and that people are interested in kind of what I'm doing and what's going on. Until next time, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope whatever you're doing in your weight loss journey or fitness journey, or just trying to get optimal health in general, is going good for you. If there's anything I honestly could wish upon somebody watching this video, is that they're completely successful in their goals. And so I hope you've had a good week. I feel like I've had a good week, and it's motivating me for the week to come. So if you had a bad week, just know that 2 weeks ago, the last 2 weeks, I was having bad weeks, and now I'm really happy. So things can change. They can change very quickly. Stay with it. Stay motivated. You're amazing, and you'll get there. So yeah, till next time, take care. I hope all the best for you, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.